In the heart of the Middle East, a conflict rages on, a conflict that has left countless lives in turmoil, the Israel-Palestine conflict. In this ever-evolving world, where progress and innovation are at the forefront, it's disheartening to find that some issues, some struggles, are as old as time itself. One such struggle is the Israel-Palestine conflict, a bitter dispute that has its roots deeply embedded in the history of these two nations. This conflict is not just about land or religion, it's about a people's right to their homeland. A right that, as India's External Affairs Minister Jaishankar recently pointed out, has been denied to the Palestinians. The Times of India reported Jaishankar's poignant words, a stark reminder of the unsettling reality that the Palestinians have been deprived of their homeland. As we delve deeper into this issue, we find that the situation has been escalating, with Israel's actions becoming increasingly aggressive. The intensity of this aggression paints a grim picture of the current state of affairs. The Palestinians are not just fighting for their homeland, they're also fighting for their lives, their dignity, and their right to exist peacefully. It's a tough pill to swallow, the reality of this conflict. It's a conflict that has been raging for decades, with no end in sight. It's a conflict that has torn families apart, claimed countless lives, and left a nation in ruins. Yet, in the midst of this chaos, the Palestinians continue to fight, continue to hope for a better future, a future where they can finally call their homeland their own. The Israel-Palestine conflict is not just a regional issue. It's a global concern. It's a testament to the human spirit's resilience, and a stark reminder of the injustices that persist in our world today. As the world watches, the question remains, will there ever be an end to this conflict? At the forefront of this issue, we find leaders making significant statements. One such leader is India's External Affairs Minister, Jaishankar. Diving into the heart of the matter, Jaishankar has recently voiced his thoughts on the Israel-Palestine conflict, a long-standing issue that has drawn the attention of the entire world. In his statement, as reported by the Times of India, Jaishankar starkly pointed out that Palestinians have been denied their homeland. This statement is not just a casual remark, but a clear reflection of Jaishankar's stance on this issue. Now, this perspective does not exist in isolation. It is interwoven into the fabric of India's foreign policy, and it influences how the nation interacts with the world, specifically with regard to the Middle East conflict. Jaishankar's statement is a clear departure from diplomatic ambiguity and a step towards taking a definitive stand. It signifies a shift in India's diplomatic stance, moving away from a more neutral position to one that acknowledges the struggles of the Palestinians. This recognition of the Palestinians' plight is not only about expressing sympathy, it's about acknowledging the reality of their situation, the hardship they endure, and the fundamental rights they are being denied. It's about standing up for justice and human rights, principles that form the cornerstone of any democratic society. Jaishankar's statement also carries implications for India's role in the Israel-Palestine conflict. It's a signal that India is willing to take a more active role in advocating for a peaceful resolution. It's an invitation for other nations to join the dialogue, to understand the complexities of this issue, and to work collaboratively towards a solution that respects the rights and aspirations of all parties involved. In the grand scheme of things, Jaishankar's stance is not just about the Israel-Palestine conflict. It's about the kind of world we want to live in. A world where power does not overshadow justice, where every nation, big or small, has a voice, and where every individual, regardless of their background, has a right to their homeland. Jaishankar's statement is a strong reminder of the stark reality that Palestinians face. The world's reaction to this conflict has been diverse, with nations taking sides, while others urge for peace. The Israel-Palestine conflict, an issue that has reverberated through the corridors of power across the globe, has elicited a variety of responses. The words of Jaishankar, highlighting the reality of Palestinians being denied their homeland, have added a new layer to this complex narrative. Different countries have reacted in their unique ways, reflecting their geopolitical interests and ideological leanings. Some have aligned themselves with Israel, citing security concerns and historical ties. Others have voiced support for the Palestinians, underscoring the need for a just solution that acknowledges their rights and aspirations. In the midst of this, international organizations have been striving to mediate the conflict, albeit with varying degrees of success. The United Nations, for instance, has consistently urged for a two-state solution, calling for the establishment of a Palestinian state alongside Israel. However, the road to achieving this has been rocky, riddled with obstacles and setbacks. And then there are the nations that have chosen the path of neutrality, advocating for peace above all else. They argue that taking sides only fuels the fire of conflict, and that the focus should be on fostering dialogue and understanding. The statement by Jaishankar, a seasoned diplomat, serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of this conflict. His words have resonated globally, adding momentum to the calls for a peaceful, fair resolution. They have also sparked discussions about the role countries like India can play in mediating the conflict, given their significant influence on the world stage. This diverse global response underscores the complexity of the Israel-Palestine issue. It is a conflict steeped in history, fraught with emotion, and deeply intertwined with the geopolitics of the Middle East and beyond. Each nation's stance is a reflection of its own interests, its own narratives, and its own understanding of justice and peace. As the world grapples with the Israel-Palestine conflict, it's clear that the path to peace is fraught with challenges. But with voices like Jaishankar's echoing the plight of Palestinians, perhaps a resolution is not as distant as it seems. As we reflect upon the global reactions, it becomes evident that dialogue is crucial in the road to peace. It's not about taking sides or pointing fingers, but about understanding the complexities of the issue and working towards a resolution. The conversation sparked by Jaishankar's words has brought the human cost of the conflict into the limelight. It serves as a reminder that behind the political maneuvering and the strategic interests, there are real people suffering. Their stories need to be heard, their voices amplified. In the face of such a complex issue, it's easy to lose sight of this human element. But it is precisely this that brings home the urgency of finding a solution. The role of influential nations like India in mediating the conflict is crucial. They have the power to shift the narrative, to serve as a bridge between the opposing parties, and to facilitate constructive dialogue. This isn't about choosing a side, but about acknowledging the legitimacy of both narratives and working towards a peaceful coexistence. It is about fostering understanding, promoting empathy, and making space for compromise. As we delve deeper into this issue, we realize that the path to peace isn't straightforward. But with open dialogue, mutual respect, and a genuine desire for peace, perhaps we can inch closer to a resolution. As we continue to explore the Israel-Palestine conflict, remember to stay informed, to listen, and to foster understanding, and as always, stay safe. Thank you for watching our video on the Israel-Palestine conflict. If you found this informative, please subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.